guys, I finished with my subtitles blueprint, and let me show the final result. So I'm a player, I'm going here, and bam, I see a screenshot show me something. I can switch languages actually on the fly. Come on, ça va? What's up? It's over, and here we have another cutscene. So how we can do this? Let me show you. So actually the basic idea here, I want to have one blueprint. In my case it's trigger box blueprint, and I want to trigger different cutscenes than our player overlapping different trigger boxes. So in this case, if our player overlapping this trigger box, I want to show him one cutscene. This trigger box, I want to show him something else, and etc. etc. I can have like 10 or 20 different trigger boxes in my level. And so let me show you how you can do this at home. First of all, I have a trigger box blueprint with just a collision box. I don't want this trigger box to be visible to a player, so it's just trigger box without any static mesh. And let's go into event graph, and the logic here is like very simple. So if our first person character overlapping our trigger box, I want to find a level sequence with ID equals to this trigger box ID. So if first person character overlapping trigger box with ID number 1, I want to show the user cutscene with ID number 1. It's reasonable. I want to do this only once per level, and this is very easy block like sequence player. I want to show our user level sequence, because as you can see here, we are setting target sequence to only one current sequence. So there I'm just playing the video, and the next block, that's subtitles player, that's a widget, and actually this widget will show real subtitles for the current cutscene. And as you can see, we have trigger box here, and this trigger box ID here, and this trigger box will send current ID to widget. So widget will know the exact cutscene ID it should play. So that's how we are connecting everything together. So we have trigger box ID, we are connecting it to sequence, and we are connecting it to widget that's equal to our subtitles. Let me show you what we have as our basics, as our initial data. So first of all, I have this structure, very easy: scene ID, start time, duration, English text, French text. You can add a lot of translations, of course. And so we can, let me show you this. This is data table based on this structure, and as you can see, I have scene ID number 2, and just 2 subtitles for this scene, and only 1 subtitle for this scene. It should start at position 2.0 and with duration of 10 seconds. So you can add, of course, millions of records here. And now we can go to our next block. So we can have millions of trigger box here. I can put a lot of them, and be careful. You have to, let's go over our variables here. You have to, where is it? View, I want to have details window, yeah. So this integer should be instance editable and expose on spawn. So you can have a lot of different trigger boxes with individual ID. In our case, as you can see, it's trigger box with ID number 2, and this trigger box with ID number 3. And also I have a level sequence array I created manually, and here I have only 4 items, and actually you can put all your sequence for a current level in this array, and that's how it works. We have a trigger box with ID number let me show you, with ID number 2. We have our subtitles for scene with ID number 2, and we have our sequence with ID number 2. That's it. So target sequence is the exact sequence ID associated with our trigger box, and selected language, actually I'm not using it, but in my case, but you can add a different variable in your game, in your menu, and you can your player can switch this language, and you can have multiple subtitles in your project. So everything is good here, and let's go to the huge one. This is the widget, and this thing will show us the text. I have only a few elements here. The main element is text subs. Please be careful, it should be a variable, so exactly there all the subtitles will be showed to our user. I also have current timer thing. It's this small one, just a real-time timer, so I can verify all the start time and duration events, so I can check if everything works correctly. So it's easy here, just 2 text blocks, but in actual game you need only 2 subtitles. You want to have any kind of timer. And let's go to graph, and graph is huge, I agree, so please go into my x.com account, Antonio in Motion, so you can I will post all the screenshots of these blueprints, so you can check, and it will be much more easier to you to make these at home. So let's go over variables very quick. We have subtitles database, and data table, and this thing have all subtitles from our data table. We have language, I'm not using it, but you can use it if you want. We have current index variable, and this is the index of current subtitles line in current scene. Is active, true or false. That means if we have something to show to our user, if we in current time slot, if we have something to show, if we have subtitles to show, actually. Current time, it's real time of our cutscene. Subtitles, this is array of all the subtitles, and current line, that's the only one line of subtitles with exact start time and duration time. And trigger box ID, we need these to connect everything together, and as you remember, we have trigger box ID here. We're sending this data to widget, and that's why we have trigger box ID here with box ID is capital, all capital, box ID all capital here. Current timer, this is real timer on the bottom, and text subs, this is the actual value of current subtitles, subtitle. And let's go over first block. So this is block will extract from the table only subtitles if we require scene ID. So if I'm trigger box with ID number 2, I want to extract only subtitles with scene ID number equals 2. This is very easy. We're extracting all the rows from the table and extracting only lines with scene ID equals to trigger box ID. Very easy. This is like just comparison box, and if this is true, we can add to subtitles array all the subtitles to the current scene. So actually we have data tables with everything, like with tons of scene IDs, with millions of lines, and subtitles array, this subtitles array will have array of subtitles only for a current scene. So let's go here, and here we have, it's very easy actually. So as I mentioned, please go to my x.com Antonio Motion account. I have all the screenshots here, so it will be much more easier for you. So here in this block, I'm checking subtitles line for current scene. If last subtitle is shown, set is active to false. So if current time is more than if current index is is more than length of subtitles, we have to switch everything off. Like that means we already showed our user the last line. We should turn off this workflow. And this workflow only works if we have is active set to true, as you can see. And in this box we are checking if we have to show something. And this block will show us, this will show our user real text block. So as you can see, we are comparing start time with current time, and if current time more than start time, we have to show something. We have this switch box, and we can show English or French subtitles, and I have this small box language variable here, and I have this block, so I can press 1 or 2 to dynamically switch on the fly, just for debugging. So that's why I have language this there, and I can use this on the fly to switch subtitles. And last block, I needed to clear the screen if current time is more than start time and duration of the last line. And after that, I just have to increment the current index value to move to the next subtitle in the database. So I'm setting current index to +1 to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And that means I will go over this line in scene ID equals 2. We have just 2 lines, but anyway, you can have, of course, tons of them. So that's how it works. Let me show once again. So let's start from trigger box 3. You can see scene du test numéro 2 and scene test number 2. 12 seconds, exactly 12 seconds, and we can show it, and we can see it there. So 2 plus 10, that's 12 seconds, and that's exactly the end of our scene. So our scene should be stopped, our subtitles should be stopped exactly at 12 seconds. And let me show you this again. We can switch with on 1 or 2, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. We're good. So thank you for watching. If you have questions, please ask. I will answer, and I will help you to do this at home, at your home.